1.4 million estimated unprocessed claims for ERC. We are anxiously waiting news that is expected this week on the ERC from the IRS. The accountants are all divided on how many fraudulent claims actually exist. Werkel, who is the head of the IRS, thinks that tons of these claims are fraudulent, whereas the previous head of the IRS did not think so. My opinion, if you want it, is that how can they know how many fraudulent claims there are? Because the 941 X does not require any proof or qualifiers. The only thing could be if the wages that were claimed on the 941X exceeded the wages on the original 941, then that would show fraud. Otherwise, how do you know until you go to audit? So there's 8% of interest income accruing on these unpaid claims. Businesses closing their doors as they await for the ERC that is still under moratorium. One thing we can all agree on is that this is a mess. The ERC was part of the CARES Act, and the whole idea of this was to implement a way to help businesses survive after COVID. And this is when the businesses, many of them who were impacted, they've made it this far and they're hanging on, waiting for that ERC money. And so this whole idea of helping businesses is now turned around into audits and blame and so forth. One of the things that we really need to know, what is the timeline on that lawsuit that claims that the IRS violated the APA? This lawsuit wants the notice 2021-20 thrown out. And if they succeed in that, then it's just a wide open game on the ERC, because then we don't really have a very clear definition of what suspension means. And I think that will ease things for everyone. Now, I would suggest, again, calling your representative, because when I called my representative, they started asking me for personal information. They say you have to sign forms to let us work on your behalf. So that sounds to me like they were willing to go to bat for me, and I've heard this from other people. So it is a possibility. You can see that by calling your representative and telling them, I'm not getting my ERC refund. Can you help me? See if that works. Now, there is something else I want to do, which is Taxpayer Advocacy. So this is another option that people are starting to look at. So if you go to irs.gov and you search forms, this is form 911, and we are definitely there. So this is a request for taxpayer advocacy. This is like contacting the BBB that is for the IRS. So the Better Business Bureau when you have problem, and within 30 days, they should call you. So you fill out this form, you tell them what the problem is. I think it's especially compelling if you're just hanging on and you really, really need that money. So anybody who's in a financial bind, this may apply to many of you, be sure to state that this is really a hardship on you. Hardship cases are going to be heard first. They should respond to you within 30 days, and maybe they can help move this forward. We're just trying to pull anything out that can possibly work, and we'll see what the IRS has to say later this week. So this is Michelle Smart. I'm an enrolled agent trying to keep you updated on this mess of the ERC. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.